we have them in stock right now.
Oh, for real? Try to slide
I'm just
down.
saying, like, we have any color you want, like, if you want, like, you know, like.
And like everyone else seen it. That's a good
I mean, 2010 now, like 20 grand, whatever. I mean, like, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars of income. Because
most of my friends and like people, they know about how I have depression and stuff, and they support me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like I feel like I'm foggy, like my head is foggy, and like I'm like it's bright and foggy at the same time. Like I'm trying to be bright, but like at the same time I'm down. It's just weird forecast. Yes, just like sunny and foggy at the same time. Just like it's either there's a reason, or there have been times when it's just showed up. Like I was having fun and then out of nowhere, boom. It's like, no, you get to be sad now. And it's like, why? Like I didn't ask to be sad. Like I'm having a good time. Why are you making me not want to get up and do stuff? It's just madness. It's maddening because like I want to be someone who can be up and doing all this stuff, but then there will be the times when I can barely even want to get out of bed, but I kind of have to. So I kind of just do, even though I don't want to, and I kind of just it gets hard sometimes trying to be happy all the time for other people. So there are the times when I sometimes do break, but I get right back out of it because I don't like feeling like that. So I kind of force myself to be happy because I don't want to feel like shit. I don't want to feel happy. So I try to do anything in my way to stay happy for others and for myself. So, I don't know. I just, sometimes I'll get like really sad out of nowhere about something. Like if someone's ignoring me, like I don't like when people ignore me. Like then I get sad and think I did something wrong, like severely wrong, and that they're gonna like hate me forever and leave. Because, haha, newsflash, I have abandonment issues and attachment issues. Haha. Again, how I cope with stuff. Laughing, funnies, haha. I'm scared that if I make one mistake that they're gonna just decide to up and leave. This is what I did. And just never come back. Never leave. I know nobody is actually perfect. I try to be, as much as I can, perfect in a sense. Like perfect with flaws, you know, that thing. Because again, nobody's perfect, but yeah.
I'm just like a guilty person. I apologize a lot. I'm always just like, I don't know. My family describes me as just like really an apologetic person, really just like a sympathy person. I think that I feel guilty for a lot of things, you know, even though it's not anybody's fault, it's not my fault. I just still feel like the burden is on me, especially because now I take care of my whole household. So, you know, when my dad falls and trips over a wire, like in my head, you know, like I didn't clean that up. Like that's my fault. You know, when my brother didn't eat, you know, this morning, I'm like, I should have made him breakfast. That's my fault. I forgot about to make him breakfast. So I think I just feel guilty about like not fulfilling everybody's needs sometimes. It's a lot of people, you know, and then you come back to school and everybody's like, what happened? And then teenagers are ruthless, they make jokes and they say stuff that is harsh and mean. And so for me, it's like, you know, my dad was dying my whole life. My dad feels guilty because he feels in a way that he gave his issues to me, you know, his problems. He has multiple sclerosis and that's what my doctors believe I have. So, you know, it was really hard for him because he felt as though like I'd pass this on to you, and then I feel guilty because he feels guilty. And I fear that when I leave and I turn 18 that a lot of my family members like won't make it. And it's like a huge fear of mine, and to the point where like I've considered staying for like a little bit after until like everybody can get on their feet.
Because middle school was like one of the worst times for me mentally. Like, I was very close to leaving a lot because there was a lot of stuff with my dad still. He does a lot of drama, being honest. And well, your life is so good. Why are you feeling like that? Like, you're perfectly fine. Like, people have it worse than you do. Yeah. Feeling judged by other peers.
Because I know people talk about what they did in their childhood years, and I'm just like, I didn't get to do that, and yeah, it's definitely hard to relate because I didn't grow up the way they did. I grew up in a harder environment, maybe not harder, I guess, but it was difficult times. I've had such a low self-esteem and low confidence and feeling less valued because of how I grew up. So I didn't have the privilege to have self-care or mental day or like talking to someone, talking to your parent one-on-one. So it wasn't a privilege, so it's kind of hard. That's why it's hard for me now to talk about my feelings or expressing myself.
I'm supposed to be a strong, black, independent female. That's what everyone expects from a black woman. You know, like they're the first to get preyed on. They're the first to be looked down on. Black women have a stereotype over them, which I have like, I don't want to alter or like get into it, but it's just like, I feel like I can't escape that. You know, like escape what they want me to be. Even though, yeah, I can do what I want to do. But it's just like, that's how they always view me as a black woman. I don't think that I can be independent. And I have a lot of self-doubt and guilt that I just reminisce on every day. So something that I've done that like, or something that someone's done to me and how it made me feel. I wouldn't say overreact, but like every little thing that happens to me, I do overreact, like mentally.
In the end, like all that comes to mind is after I think about all that is that I don't really care about any of this. I really don't. I don't care if I die. Like I don't really see any importance in anything, which kind of sucks because I feel bad for the people around me, but then I also don't. I'm just very conflicted in how I feel and what I think, because most of the time it just feels like I'm lying. I say that something is important to me, like I don't really feel like I actually care about that. Emotionally, at least, I don't really understand my emotions that much. Like in the moment, I can tell what I'm feeling, but besides that, I can't really tell when I feel angry or sad or if I'm doing something, if it's making me happy or not. Like if I don't feel like a physical reaction to it, it doesn't feel real to me. Like it doesn't feel like I'm actually feeling that. I know that I definitely have a lot of like stuff most likely wrong with me, but I haven't really like gone into it because I've been to like therapy and I've done all that stuff and I went through the motions and I've talked about my feelings but I haven't really gone in depth on any of that because I don't know, I just don't really care. There were moments when stuff does make me happy and make me laugh and all that, and then after that it's just like, after that it's kind of just numb. Like it's just small moments of those and I don't really hold on to those moments, I guess. I've like thought a lot about all of this, but in the end, like the like conclusion I come to is like, I don't know.
I didn't even know depression was a thing until I came here. Yeah, mental health isn't a big thing in Samoa. If you say, oh, I'm depressed, they say, oh no, you're lazy, you know? But yeah, when I came here, I did not know what that is. And now that I've seen the symptoms and things, I think I was depressed back in 10th grade, but I just didn't know. what it was. It's crazy.
I'm scared I'll go back to her. Falling back into the trap of abuse. Because it could at any point. But that's pretty much it. Because I'm lonely. And she was the only person that didn't make me feel behind. And even if it was fake love, it felt real. I hope at least some of it was real. I haven't cried in a while. I don't know if that's good or bad. Guess I'm just pretty numb.
I know I want to. I don't want to always feel like this. I don't want to not want to. I don't want to be like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to be home. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do after school, And I just know that I don't want to always feel like this, but I feel like the situation, the things that are around me, I feel like I'm going to be stuck. I don't know how to do change. I'm not really good with change. That's always been something that I've struggled with a lot, is change. So, actually, like, yeah, I'll talk about it, but like, actually doing it, that terrifies me. That terrifies me, becoming something that, what if it, like, fails? Why would you try to, make yourself important when you weren't important to start off with?
When I think of my childhood, my dad started dying when I was 2 years old. They told him he had 2 years to live. My mom was pregnant with my little brother, and so a lot of my childhood I wasn't allowed to have friends. I spent hours of my day rubbing his ankle and watching MTV with him, and it was really hard for me growing up because I didn't understand why my dad couldn't pick me up and couldn't take me to the park and couldn't do these things, go to the daddy-daughter dance. And I didn't get it for a really long time, and my mom was busy taking care of him. He was having a seizure every other second. And then I got really sick in 8th and 9th grade, and I had a seizure 2 times publicly at school, and it was really embarrassing and really bad. And I think that, that was really hard for me, like realizing that like a lot of my family is sick. I mean, we immigrated here, and working in the fields, there's so much chemicals that come down on you. My grandparents are really sick, we got patches, cancer, all sorts of different things. So, it's like every cousin, every auntie, every uncle, has something to deal with. And I think that was really hard for me. It felt like everybody in my life was like suffering and in pain, and I felt guilty for a lot of that, even though it wasn't on me.
I grew up very, very poor. I actually grew up in a refugee camp, so I would say I've come up super far. Even at like a young age, I had help around. I know you have to help, but like I was like 6, around 7, and like cooking, carrying around kids, watching my siblings, going to get water at the, I don't know, but it was definitely tough most of the days. But it was so fun because I had a lot of friends, and we played around a lot. There was nature, and yeah, most of it was really fun, so it wasn't too bad, I think. It was a little bad, but it wasn't that bad because I had friends, so it made it fun and more bearable.
My mother left me, because people left me throughout my childhood, and I haven't coped with that yet. I have people who do support me, and I'm behind, so.
I had it, growing up, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was absolutely wonderful, with everything that I had, but as you get older, you realize it was really hard for her. I used to be bullied a lot when I was younger, in elementary school, and middle school wasn't that bad, but there was some people, but it was mostly elementary school. people didn't really like me that much. I mean, at the time I just thought it was like the usual, so I didn't really think anything of it because there was that, and then there was stuff with my dad. So it was kind of, my life was a little bit messy at that time because I was moving across like different states and that stuff when I came back here. So it was kind of a mess, but I thought it was just the usual, so I didn't really think anything of it at the time, but it wasn't that good at all.
I was 6, I had I had cancer, and so basically I felt like the world was out to get me, not as people, because I was 6 and I was like, wow, I'm 6. I had to spend 2 years of my life in hospital. I didn't get to go through 2nd or 3rd grade. I didn't get to experience that. I didn't have friends. I just lived in a hospital. I had to deal with nurses and people I didn't know all the time seeing me. And eventually I was like, the world hates me. It wants me to just die. The world doesn't care. People probably don't care. They're just doing this because it's their job. I'm just a sick kid and they're just working on me.
I was really scared of her when I was a kid because she was just like very angry back then, and she was still on drugs, and she hated the relationship me and my grandma had. So she would get very angry and she would break stuff, and she would like, she wouldn't abuse me, but she would hit me sometimes because of how angry she would get. Like she's not a good mom at all. I think I was 13 when I like had 3 massive like blow-ups on her and like mental breakdowns basically, I guess. We don't really talk anymore.
A lot of in Samoa, teachers can get physically involved, like slap a student or something like that. And over there, they're still climbing that thing where America is already on, where like people have a voice. They don't think students should have opinions. Well, maybe they do, but like they don't really care for it. And if you do speak out, they'll like say you're acting out or like you're being a rebel, which is what I was labeled for, just speaking my mind, you know? Well, then again, that was like one of the darkest years. So like I was just going through the motions. If you were to ask me to recall what happened, I wouldn't remember like 70% of what happened that year. And my mom passed away in those same years. So I had to like navigate myself, like, you know, because a girl needs her mom. And when she passed away, it's like I had no one to go to for advice. She's had cancer for like several years, and it was going okay until like it happened again. And then they gave us one day, they just said there was nothing more they can do. So we had to wait for her to pass, basically watch her deteriorate and die. I think it took a lot for me to understand that she won't be there anymore. Cause like even when they told us that she was gonna pass away, like they couldn't do anything, I was like very determined. I was like, no, she'll get better. No, she'll get better. Until like at least 5 days later, she just passed away. I couldn't accept that for a few months. I couldn't even utter the word like she's dead. I couldn't even say that, or like she's gone. Like I would say, oh, mom is... I couldn't say it. But I can deal with it better now. I think she'd be proud of me at this moment.
I got sexually assaulted at Shadle, at the school, my freshman year. And, but it was kind of messed up because it happened 2 weeks before COVID hit. So boom, I got sexually assaulted and then talked to her for like a week, and then COVID hit. So it was like I had no one else to talk to, you know? But I wouldn't say it's like past me, you know, because nothing ever happened to me, you know? Nothing happened. I got in trouble for it. With my family though, they thought that I was lying. And like I had no support nowhere, you know? COVID had hit and me having to stay home, and my family just sitting here thinking that I lied about being sexually assaulted. Yeah, I felt like there was nothing after that. That's when I feel like changed my perspective on a lot of things, because after that incident, it just really made me think that like, this is this could happen to me at any time. You know, I'm just some little female. So if I had got myself into that situation, it could happen again, and I need to be able to be desensitized to that and to be able to be strong enough for myself to not put myself through that again. Which I just lack. I just lack a lot of self-strength. Like constantly beating myself up for things that I couldn't control. So I do feel like it was my fault. Giving the wrong attention. It's not a good environment. It wasn't like, I don't know what he was on or what he was thinking, but obviously he was like thinking like that and doing all that because of what I was doing.
I screwed my life over. I moved in with a girl. She was abusive, crazy, and she turned me crazy, psychopathic, etc. And I started hitting myself, cutting, doing drugs. Like, I was really addicted and down bad. I'm sober now though, so we were together for a year and she stopped. I don't know, she just didn't love me anymore. I don't know, I don't know. And throughout the whole time, yeah, she was abusing me, but I thought it was just normal. I thought it was whatever. And it got really bad to a point where that's where the drugs come in. Like, I just wanted to stop feeling, stop caring. So I started taking pills, and over time it grew, but I was like very close to killing myself. Each time I would take the amount to OD. I wouldn't though. I've never OD'd, and I just see it as a sign, like I'm supposed to be here. That chapter of life was just a screw up. And there's a hole open but waiting.
Home's not easy. I co-parent with my dad, so sometimes it's difficult and hard because I gotta take care of everybody else, but sometimes I do looking forward to coming home, and sometimes I do like staying home from school. I have 5 brothers, and my grandparents live with me, and then I have my 2 uncles that live with me, and my cousin, and then my mom and my dad. Yeah, and my boyfriend lives with me. I've been doing it since I was a little kid, so I got used to it. I mean, it's not all horrible. Sometimes it's hard because everybody wants to eat different things, so I do gotta be cooking a lot, but I don't mind too much. I get to decide what all the groceries, and I get to pick out everything we eat for food, and I get to, organize the house how I want it to be organized, so I kind of like that part of it. Look at the easy parts of stuff or the better parts of things. That's hard. Some weeks of my life, it really depends on how my dad and how I'm feeling. A lot of people in my house have autoimmune diseases. I have to take care of him and my dad and my mom, and so when weeks like that, I don't really get to go to school, but I do go to school decently. I have at least 3 A's and an F in my first period. I mean, my mom's she's a really depressed, manic person. I don't see her a lot. She's there, but she's in her room sleeping so constantly. And my dad works for CPS, so his job is to work with other kids and tend to them and give them therapy. And so sometimes it feels to me like I didn't get that growing up because he was dying most of my childhood. And, now he goes and deals with these other kids and he supports them, but I didn't get that growing up. And so my grandma's super racist, ignorant, blindsided. I mean, she's old and she came from the middle of nowhere in Mexico, so she just thinks the sky's not real and the stars are fake, and it's a lot to handle. There's a lot of crazy people in my family. So I feel like without me being there, like the groceries would not be bought. Like I work to make money to help pay the bills, and I don't know.
My grandma is, I guess, kind of very racist and homophobic, which isn't very easy or fun to deal with, but I'm kind of used to it at this point. It's not that great. It makes me feel like shit because I'm pansexual, I'm half black, half Tongan, I'm a woman, I'm not Christian either. She's Christian, so it kind of makes life especially hard.
My dad's kind of hospitalized right now. Well, not kind of, he is. So he had it's like a mental issue, so they finally got him to go to the hospital. He's getting treated there. Well, I'm glad he is getting the help because he really needed it. I haven't visited him because I don't know what I would say to him. I'd probably just sit around and just, whatever. I'm happy for him. Well, I don't know my sister because her and my dad are just not on good terms. But my mom, she's there for him. She's supporting him, and we're doing good. So
I think I've been sober for about a month, 2 weeks now. I kind of just moved out of that girl's house. Well, I was homeless for like a month or two, but it's crazy. Like, my life is actually crazy.
Honestly, I don't even know who I am anymore because I've just tried so much to be what people want me to be that I don't even know what I am anymore. I'm just here. Just here to, I guess, help people feel better. That's what I wanted to be anyway. So, I know I want to be someone who helps people, so.
It's I feel like I can't talk to my friends about like mental stuff, because they go through their own mental stuff, so how would they know how to help me with mine? That's why I lie to them, because I'm okay, to them I'm okay, because I know that they are also going through some stuff that nobody else could probably understand. Nobody would go through the same trauma. Nobody goes through the same trauma. And that's why I feel like I can't talk to my friends, because I don't want to pity them. If for myself, I don't want to be pitied for what I've gone through. I wouldn't want to pity someone else, because that makes them feel like, it just makes them feel like shit, really. That's what it makes me feel like,
I feel guilty because I'm spoiled and I always expected anything. And I have a little bit of survivor's guilt, that could be a problem with it, is because back then when I was younger, I would hear the stories of people that would pass away from cancer, and then I'm just sitting here alive, and I'd be sometimes wow, I get to live, but these people don't. And so that's a big inspiration for me, is because I'm alive, I'm lucky enough to be alive, so why not improve my life instead of just live in the past and turmoil and not do anything for my future? Because I'm here, it's only gonna go up from here, or if I make it go up, or it can go down if I just keep it. And I don't want to go down, I want to go up.
It's okay that I'm not always okay. It's okay that I'm not always happy. It's okay to feel like you're not okay. It's okay. Okay. What does it mean anymore to be okay? I don't get it. No one is truly okay. We say we're okay to try and lie to ourselves, but that doesn't help us. It hurts. That's true. That it hurts. So why can't we just be honest? Honest to everyone. Yes, but also honest to ourselves. Because sometimes you just need to think about yourself. But that's hard and messy. No one likes messy. So we lie and say, I'm okay. But messy is human. So if we don't like messy, we don't like being human. But it's all we can be. I like being human because it's true and beautiful. Beauty. Beauty is just a word, but it means so much to people, because without being beautiful, then you're ugly. To me, ugly is just another word, a word with a hidden truth. To me, it means inner beauty. So, messy, beautiful, ugly, okay. These matter, but why? I think we just hate the truth, 'cause it hurts. And no one wants to get hurt. So, it's okay to not be okay, 'cause no one really is okay. But we just all lie to ourselves. Try and feel better. So, start being honest. Tell yourself when you're not okay, 'cause if it's true, then it's beautiful.